Alrighty, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day out there today. Bitcoin is booming. Bitcoin is currently at $98,815, which means we are very, very, very close to all-time highs again, which currently on Binance are going to be $99,299.99. So we're basically about $1,200 away from $100,000 here. This is going to be a huge level to break out to. I believe if we are able to break above this, we will start heading up towards that 104,000 Fibonacci level. So things right now are looking good. We're hoping to see more momentum come along. There was an attack about a couple hours ago trying to force Bitcoin back down, but from what I see, it got eaten back up in a heartbeat. And then after that, we still continue to make all-time highs here. So I hope you guys are all having a very good day right now. This is going to be a longer stream. My computer is having issues, as you guys know, and I'm in talks with Puget Systems to get a brand new one. So that'll be exciting here. But for now, I got my cigar case right here. I'll be opening up a cigar in just a second. A lot of, well, I guess my camera's so far close, but lots of goodies in here. I think I'm going to pull out a Presidente here pretty soon to enjoy with you guys. But yeah, a lot of good stuff happening. I want to know how you guys are doing right now, if you guys are making some good money here. Overall, if you guys have been doing dollar cost averaging, you're fairly happy with where things are right now. If you guys did not do dollar cost averaging and maybe you're just day trading, I still think you're fairly happy. But if you guys haven't been doing much here, of course, you might have missed out on some of these gains, right? So happy to see all of you guys here. Brock, Tony, Villarat, Island Time, Gruff, and Tony again. Happy to see you guys here. Portfolios going up. That's a good sign for all of us here. We all want to see some good money being made. I will show you guys my portfolios here as far as the swing trade, and I'll give you guys some of the percentage increases because dollar cost average seems to have been working quite a bit here. And then I think I might have to wait for Bitcoin to have another, like a big drop eventually. You know, like a drop where we go down for one day and Bitcoin's down 5-7%. Everybody freaks out for a second before Bitcoin keeps on going up. One of those moves. And then I think I'm going to dollar cost average heavily into a lot of different altcoins out there. Besides Bitcoin, some news to talk about here today is going to be Solana breaking out to all-time highs again. We talked about that Fibonacci level and possibly buying that for a breakout. I did do that, and so far that trade is actually making me some good money because Solana right now, if you bought that break, it will probably give you anywhere between 30 to I think 75% profit. So if everything continues on the way it has been, I think we are going to be very, very good. But man, it's just been a very, very volatile day. Very, very volatile day. So before I get started, I start opening up my cigars and whatnot. Let's give Loki a little bit of a treat. He's been getting too many of these here, way too many of them. So I think he's addicted to treats. There he goes. But anyway, happy to see all of you guys here. Hey, Desi, hope you're doing well, or Deezy, excuse me. And there we go. All right. So let's pop open something here very fast. I think I am going to open up a Presidente just to get this ball rolling. Let me get my cutter out of here. And then wherever my lighter is, did I make sure to bring my lighter? Did I bring my lighter? I brought my pick. That's so interesting. My Aztec pick right here because I am a little Aztec in him. Let's open up the Presidente. Looking beautiful as always. And then, let's see. I'm hoping sometime over the next few hours here, we will be able to get to 100K Bitcoin. But again, before that, we got plenty of time here, guys. I'm not going to bed for a minute here. Some of you guys may go to bed before I do, but that's where the Europeans come across. That's where Asia comes across. We're going to have a very, very, very long stream here tonight. There we go. Nice little V-cut here. Let's empty that out into the ashtray. There we go. And then where did my lighter go? That's the question here. I prefer not to use matches if I don't have to. And there's my lighter underneath the cigar I was gifted today. All right. Push that down. Push the case down here for a little bit. And there we go. Alrighty. Let's do a quick little light. It appears that we are good to go. All right. I can just find my software here very fast. There we go. And let me make sure my audio is working. For whatever reason, Pretzel's been breaking down on me quite a bit here with hip-hop music. So I'm guessing for tonight we have to go with lo-fi. Maybe that might do the trick here, and we'll see how it works out. So let's just do a little bit of a recap here about what's happening over the last few days, because we bought this breakout. We bought when the MACD flipped over way back over here back on October 14th. And since then, of course, it's just been a roller coaster. Because remember, all we did back over here was dollar cost average, and while it's paying off now, it was a freaking horrible time for the markets. Now you're seeing Bitcoin continue to go higher and higher and higher, and we've been honoring these Fibonacci levels, right? So far we have been able to break above 90,900. After that comes $104,130. Then after that comes $109,000. So basically, if you guys are looking for another place to scale out, that's maybe a good level for you guys, depending on where you guys bought, perhaps between 103,970, 104,000. Basically up here to 109,000 would be a good spot for you guys if we wick back up. Eventually, we will have a big cool down, which will consolidate maybe for a short period of time, maybe 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, we don't know yet. And then Bitcoin should continue going off here, but do not ignore these Fibonacci levels, because so far, pay attention to the daily charts. They are going to be a little bit of a hindrance for us, right? It may not look like it sometimes, but those Fibonacci levels have just been a pain in our ass. Very much so. Pain in our ass. Pain in our ass, but once we manage to break above it, or if you want to buy during these consolidation times, of course, it's been able to make us some very good money here. The big thing is if we do break above $104,000, it is going to be a little bit more difficult to break out above $109,000 unless we go on a really big tear, which could happen, which could definitely happen, but you know me, I like to take profits as they come. I'm going to be pretty picky about that over the past few days or next few days here. So daily chart remains bullish here. We are going up to that next level of resistance. 12-hour chart remains bullish at this point in time. Everything looks fine here, and the 4-hour chart has been looking bullish from that last signal we talked about way back over here from Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's like basically 2 days ago. It was right here. I lost some money as it went down, but now I'm happy because I held. Always trust the momentum system. It'll let you down every now and again, but like 5-10% of the time, you know what I mean? So far Bitcoin continues to grind. And what I'm going to add on to our charts very quick here before I start going over Ethereum, Solana, and everything like that is just put a trend line here. I think for the not trend line, horizontal line, excuse me. Why don't we have it be a red line perhaps? And let's just make this $100,000. Right there. So you have a clear idea of where that level of resistance is, how far away we are, and then if Bitcoin's going to be able to make a move here. So far, we've been kind of choppy heading up here. I don't mind that because we do have the higher lows and the higher highs. That's kind of a good recipe for Bitcoin to continue moving higher here. We are seeing some weakness in the 1-hour chart. Again, it's not too much of a problem. 4-hour chart remains bullish here, but momentum is going down. But again, so far we've been doing just fine here. Most of you guys are probably still holding some longs here, and that's what I want to talk about next. I know we've had a lot of trades open. This is that Pepe trade we bought into a while ago. We did not hit the stop loss. We came very, very close to hitting the stop loss, but we did not hit the stop loss here. Our Pepe is currently up around, if I can find it here, Well, I'll just go down the list here so we can kind of see what's going on. Okay, so Pepe is up 1,286%. It was up a lot higher, obviously. Arbitrum is up 142%. XRP is up 706% since we bought. That's with a 5x leverage. We hopped on the momentum for this at a very, very, very good time. And notice, we didn't buy this after the election, actually, right over here on the 6th or the 5th. We bought afterwards once the momentum started to shift, and you guys were talking about XRP is not doing much. Should we buy into it? And I was like, no, if you buy XRP and you just let it sit, it should make you some good money here. And XRP right now making some really good profits, up 700%. Arbitrum is up 142%. World token, which I like a lot. I'm hoping this goes up a lot more than it has been already, but this is up 215%. Fetch is only up 47%, not really much at all. Goat is up 500%, which is actually down a lot from when it was before. You can see it was up a lot higher here. You can see it actually shifted up a little bit since I added more to my position. Turbo is down. I don't know what's going on with Turbo, guys. I was really hot on Turbo, and I still am, but Turbo has been very, very flat for me, and it's been actually very disappointing. If any of you guys are holding Turbo, please let me know what you guys think about it, because I think I may actually add more to my position right now, like maybe another 200 bucks to it, I guess. But pain in the ass for sure. I'm hoping that if Bitcoin continues to rally, this will be one of those tokens, because it was kind of slow, it will eventually just have this breakout here and start chugging back up to all-time highs and do some really great stuff. Because look at that chart. That chart is still very, very nice. It's beautiful. But we've just been very sluggish the last, not few days, few weeks. While everything's been tearing up, you saw Pepe's chart? Turbo is not doing hot at all. And hey, Gruff, welcome to the Ruby Love, my man. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. I'll get to them after I'm done with my beginning little statement here. But thanks for joining. I appreciate it, my man. But yeah, so that's kind of the story with Turbo here. It's been kind of bleh. Arbitrum is up 140. Fetch Goat. Render is up 440, another AI token as far as I'm concerned. We're doing okay here, bought right over here towards after the election. Anything else that we have to talk about? Goat, Blast. Blast is only up 50%. Pepe's up. Solana's only up 128%. I'm holding this for a while. It is a 5x leverage, so it has moved up, I would say, a decent amount since we bought it. But if you guys see any like really long-term Solana chart, Polygon chart, you guys will know that in the scheme of things, we're still at a very low level. So I'm hoping we can continue to go higher and higher. We bought back over here. It went up. It went negative. Now we're back to positive. You know, it's been a pain in the butt to hold this quite a bit. And then there's, you know, Turbo's negative. Anything else? Cat is up 652% with a 10x leverage, up 60% or so. That's been a good move for us so far. I mean, we got this at a really good discount here. Again, we bought this, might have been election night or the day before the election, I'm not sure, but we got a good deal on here. Anything else? Ponk is up 531%, and Popcat is up 146, and PYR is up 76. Ponk, another meme coin, which you guys know I love my meme coins. We didn't even get this at a very good price here. It almost feels like it was a shoulder, or a head, shoulder kind of play here for an inverse head and shoulders breakout, and it kept on running up here. But overall, I'm pretty happy with where things are standing. As far as our Bitcoin trade is concerned, we're up 416% right now. Opening price was $69,000. We're going to continue to hold that one for now. Shiba Inu is up 290%, not really up much. Sundog is up 100%, not really a lot. Chess is up 139%. Moodang is up 937%. Deep is down 25%. So I'll say not every token is really making a move. I mean, if we bought this back on the 6th, it did make a move, but you can clearly see that it did not continue that move. Since this is a lower market cap token, and since it is kind of a newer one, I think, you might still have some holders that have a lot of assets which are trying to dump, and they can still manipulate the price. So this may be something more of a dangerous thing to hold. Chess is up 139, Moodang is up 936. Goat is up 584%. And then as far as BYDFi's portfolio, and again, if you guys want to join any of these, they're no KYC. They got good discounts right now because they're trying to get new people on and help support the channel. I appreciate if you guys looking for a new exchange, check them out. Big Time is down 149% for us with a 10x leverage. This is actually kind of painful. Now, Hamster is up 374%. And then Caddy is up 274, but I want to take a look at this one that's actually not doing so hot. Here's the weekly chart. It has not been able to keep up with a lot of other stuff, so I'm hoping that Big Time can make that move. But if you look right here, I mean, we're in the process of breaking down. It's kind of a bad situation for Big Time here. Hopefully it can keep on going up. When it does move, of course, this move right here was up over 154%. It can move, but right now I am down on it. I didn't invest too much on BYDFi, so I'm basically down to 15 bucks. It's not going to kill me. You can see I put more money besides the other meme coins that I like, not Big Time, because it's not necessarily a meme coin here. All right, so let's hop out of those very fast. Let's go back over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still making a move here, but we're being patient with it. Ethereum, I know we talked about this here as far as it's oversold. We wanted to buy it and see where it went. Well, guess what? If you bought it when we bought it, it's actually up quite a bit right now, which is a very good thing. Look at that daily chart. Happened all within the last 24 hours. A beautiful move, trying not to break down below the 20-day moving average. Dollar cost averaging, a nice move there. But when we talk about some of these tokens being oversold, it doesn't really take long for them to catch back up to Bitcoin. And that's not just for Ethereum here, guys. That's for a lot of tokens out there. Now, Ethereum still has a level of resistance up here around $3,600, so just be aware of that. But if Bitcoin continues to break out, you're going to see Ethereum break out. And once we get out of here, I think you're going to see a move similar to Solana, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Let me put this here. Let's move this middle. The level of resistance technically is up here actually towards 3,700, not necessarily 3,600, so sorry about that. Solana, you saw the breakout here. We talked about the Fibonacci levels and what that may mean. The daily chart shows where those Fibonacci levels actually did have an impact here. Now that we've broken out though, you know the next Fibonacci levels for resistance on Solana? $334 and $404. I mean, talk about the opportunity for a blast off here. Now, if you guys are making this trade, I know we talked about this a few days ago, if you guys wanted to buy it. As this moves up, you're probably going to move your stop losses up along with it here. So if you guys bought the breakout right back over here towards 253, let's say, your stop loss is probably going to be right over here on 248. And then if this does move up towards 275 or something like that, you're going to have to find that next dip, which at this point may be the dip of whatever comes over here. Okay, so just keep an open mind. So far things are moving well, but I do say, hey, it's okay to have those stop losses. Sometimes they don't even hit. Remember, we just talked about Pepe and I showed you that chart. My Pepe stop loss never even hit, even though Pepe came down close. It never hit, it bounced back, and now Pepe is making me some good money again. Dogecoin, other things out here. Let's go to the weekly chart because I'm going to stick to the weekly chart for a lot of this stuff. Or maybe Dogecoin may be a little bit different. 4-hour chart, I know we talked about this and for how it was holding steady and whatnot. Dogecoin is heading back up to resistance, which happens to be around 41 cents, a little bit above 41 cents. If we get another breakout there, we most likely will start heading back up here for a larger move. And in that case, I actually do need to go to the weekly chart here, which I mean is basically back up here towards 45 cents to like 57 cents. I mean, remember, I sold half my Dogecoin back up here at 50 cents. I mean, we're getting very, very close, and Dogecoin is outperforming a lot of other assets right now. I don't think people realize that. So if I go over here very fast, final stream. Year to date, just pay attention to this. Year to date, Bitcoin is up 134%. Ethereum is only up 47% year to date. It's actually atrocious. Solana up 155%. BNB is up 100%. XRP is up 130%, and Dogecoin year to date is up 340%. Cardano is up 48%, Tron is up 85%, AVAX is down 20%, and Shiba Inu is up 123%. Toncoin up 130%, Sui up 300%, and topping it off at number 15 is Bitcoin Cash up 95% here. So again, you know, some of these OG tokens have been making some runs, but it seems to be the meme coins making the runs, not necessarily the older tokens like a Polygon. You go back down here, you know, Matic. It's, I mean, it's making a move. We talked about the 20-week moving average and how that was going to be a good level of resistance and a breakout spot. Next spot, of course, is up here towards 65 cents, but it's been a, you know, it's been a minute here, guys. It's been a minute for a lot of these tokens. Now, I'll get to other tokens down the road, but let me just go through some meme coins because those typically have been the big runners here. Whiff, still looking very, very good. Bonk looking good. Miro not looking so hot, but again, the momentum is there, so I'm fine with it. Book of Meme making its way back up here. Sheeb making its way back up. Pepe, we talked about that already, but boom. Hit the resistance level perfectly up here. Floki doing fine. I thought it might take a few more weeks before it ran up, but it just ran up all of a sudden because of some news about it getting on, I think it was Coinbase or one of the other exchanges, so that news can obviously make it pump really fast. Milady token having a nice couple weeks, but still needs to break out above this level of resistance. It was not able to hold that breakout there. ADA, beautiful, but again, this was a news-driven event, not necessarily a technical analysis one. I believe you had a buy signal here, and I guess it technically worked out, but I mean, for heaven's sakes, that's a crazy thing. There was a buy signal back over here, I guess, back on up after the election. Of course, it happened after the election. But yeah, so I'm dollar cost averaging a bunch of stuff right now. I'll let you guys know what it is over time. What you guys already know what it is. It's stuff like Ape Token, Arbitrum, those tokens which have been coming down for a while. Momentum has been shifting. We should have dollar cost averaging. Those are the types of things I will continue to buy, mostly because altcoins, you know, that we've been looking at have really been, it's been a focus on meme coins. Meme coins have already run up quite a bit. These things are having to play catch up. So I might as well spend some money on these, anticipating that they are going to have some nice run-ups in the future here, just like we were doing with XRP, you know, and all these other tokens out there. And of course, XRP having some really good moves. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye, Gary Gensler. Right. So Gary Gensler having some big news here. XRP 1 monthly chart here. I mean, we're close to all-time highs for XRP all of a sudden. XRP all-time highs seem to be at $1.96. We're at $1.41. Again, things are just kind of hitting a good spot here. All right, so let me put this back on Bitcoin for a little bit. Let's go back over to the 15-minute chart. We can kind of watch this go because we are just getting closer and closer to all-time highs. I will keep this right here. So the current all-time highs, according to Bitcoin Binance chart, is Bitcoin to USTD on Binance, excuse me, is $99,299. So we do have a little bit of a ways to go here. Top movers of today, last 24 hours. FTT token, which I don't necessarily trade, but if you guys like it, go for it. XRP is a big mover here. MOG, Optimism, Stellar, Athena, Mantle, Arbitrum, Radium, Maker. And you see that these are not necessarily meme coins. MOG is there, but not all of them, again, you know, are meme tokens. So, you know, dollar cost averaging some other stuff has been profitable, I would say, so far. I know we were kind of on the fence about it because I was like, you know, maybe meme coins will just be the thing that run for a little bit, then everything else will just come down at the same time, but it worked out. Let's go back over here. There we go. Bitcoin, of course, hovering around 99,000 according to here. Me at my 9-to-5 job when Bitcoin hits 150K. I don't know. I don't think enough people invested enough money in Bitcoin to sell at $150,000. When Bitcoin hits almost 100K, but 95% of your portfolio is Ethereum. Yeah, it's definitely been there. Oh, she's stressing. She's stressing. Let's see any other big news here. Men used to go to war, now they refresh their screens every 5 seconds to check if Bitcoin hit $100,000. Oh man, they need to have trading views so they don't have to do it. Donald J. Trump, this is back on October 31st, so that's a while ago here, but it has a lot of likes on it. Bitcoin at 69,000 just 2 weeks ago, and now it's at 96,000. Yes, sirree. Me buying Bitcoin below 90,000 for the first time. Dude, Trump holds 20s, not hundreds. That's crazy. Anything else here? Bitcoin holder, Ethereum holder. Yeah. Ethereum is rough just because if you've been loading up on it for a while and doing the proper dollar cost averaging, it just has not netted you a lot of profit. However, if you just put some money into a meme coin like a couple months ago and just let it sit, you're literally hundreds of % in profit right now. So some of the low market cap meme coins that I'm holding, I told you guys about. Krob, that's been doing okay the last few days. I don't have that on an exchange up here. I have it on what's it called? Crypto.com, excuse me. This is the last 7 days. So it's definitely been moving up here last month. Continues to move higher. I'm hoping this one can take off here pretty soon. It is a low market cap token, so very, very high risk. But I actually put a few $100 into it. I'm going to see what happens with it. I'm just going to see what happens with it, right? Hi, Mike. When's the Trading View sale start? Will you have an affiliate link? Thanks. I do have an affiliate link down below right now. I believe it starts in just a few more days. Here, I want to show you. You'll know when it starts, like every morning until I figure out exactly when it happens. If you go over here and you click on your username and stuff like that, you go over to Explore Plans, it'll say it right down here when the sale is. For me though, this is Seattle Whitman. Let me, hold on a second, I can help you out. They sent me an email talking about the guide. There we go. So Our biggest sale of the year is here. Black Friday is landing on your doorstep November 25th, which means 4 more days, which means next Monday. So Monday is when it's going to come along. The plan's up to 70% off with plus 1 month free. I highly recommend that if you guys are going to use the Black Friday special, you guys get the premium one. It costs $217. The mid-tier one for the same amount of time is $216. So basically, if you pay $1 more, you get to have the premium set up for TradingView, which is much better than the middle one, right? I can find it here again. Right, so Plus comes with 4 charts, 10 indicators, 10K historical bars, and so forth. Whereas Premium has double the charts. Instead of 10 indicators, you have 25 indicators. Instead of 10K historical bars for doing backtesting, you get 20K right here. Instead of 100 price alerts, you get 400 price alerts. Instead of 100 technical alerts, you get 400 technical alerts. And besides 20 parallel chart connections, you get 50. So again, there's a lot more here. You get second base intervals if you guys want to scalp. Time price opportunity, which is pretty interesting right here. Yeah, so again, it's just worth it to pay the extra $1 in my opinion. If you don't want to pay for the extra $1, you don't have to, but my God, I mean, I just don't see why you wouldn't, right? There we go. And hey, the real MILF Hunter, nothing in your portfolio is running right now, so you sold most of your Bitcoin and Solana. It's not necessarily a horrible thing. Bitcoin's hitting some levels of resistance right now, right? And then Solana just had a big breakout after a few days of consolidating. And if you were buying over the past few days, of course, you're up with a nice bit of profit here. And hey, Los Criminals, happy to see my man. Betting on 10x with AVAX. AVAX is pretty oversold compared to most assets out there. Like if I pull this up here on the weekly chart. It has just not had the best year. I mean, it had a good rally back over here in November, of last year. I can get rid of all this extra drawings that we had before. Right, and it's made a decent comeback. It's basically just running into levels of resistance right now. I think over the next few weeks you might be able to see it get back up here towards this level of resistance around $41.42, and if you're lucky you might be able to see something of a larger breakout. I do think eventually we're going to see Bitcoin have a pretty strong pullback. The only way we don't have that pullback is if we're in like a full-on bullish mode where everything is working out in our favor. And that'd be something like 2020, 2021, where we just kept on going week after week after week after week. It remains to be seen if we're there because technically Trump isn't in office yet. Gary Gensler is still there right now. But the fact that we're seeing governments around the world kind of look at us with our Bitcoin reserve, they're kind of giving us the side like, what's going on over there? I think it may be governments around the world that really push Bitcoin up here over the next few months, and on top of that we're just going to have more news after more news after more news, and I believe it's going to be maybe this week, maybe next week, we may actually know who the new crypto czar is. This is from Forbes. Okay, never mind. Forbes doesn't matter. Let's see. Fox Business, here we go. Fox Business, don't be a jerk. Okay, fine. Pause. Allow. There we go. So, crypto dad Chris, I can't pronounce that name, Giancarlo, has emerged as a leading contender to become the first ever crypto czar, a possible new administration position to the Trump transition team that they're waiting to help foster the growth of the $3 trillion digital asset market. So let's do a quick little search on Chris here and see what he's been doing. Uh-oh. When in doubt, just go to Wikipedia probably. So So Christopher K. Born from 1959 is an American attorney and former business executive who served as the 13th chairman of the United States Commodity Futures and Trading Commission, CFTC. Was sworn in as the CFTC commissioner on June 16, 2014. So he's an Obama appointee. That's interesting. For a term expiring of April 13th, 2019. Starting okay. Let's see. 17th, he was there. He's from Jersey. There we go. It's a small part of his portfolio, but let's see. Following service in the U.S. government, he took on several roles: senior counsel to the law firm Wilkie, Farr and Gallagher, chairman of Common Securitization Solutions, a joint venture between Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, senior advisor of social trading company eToro, okay, and a member of the advisory board of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. He is also a director of the American Financial Exchange, AFX, and a senior advisor to the capital markets technology provider Batten Systems. Giancarlo is a blockchain technology advocate and contributor to the global discourse on cryptocurrency and digital assets. He is the founder of the Digital Dollar Project to advance exploration of a United States central bank digital currency and a former director of the financial service company BlockFi. Huh. I don't want to have a CBD. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to put that in place. I don't think he will because I don't think Trump wants it. But BlockFi. So he's been in BlockFi and eToro. So he knows what's going on in the space. He knows what the SEC has been doing that's been fucking up stuff. So by having him close to the president, giving the president advice, I do think that'll help us out a lot. I don't think we need to have a CBD because I believe when Trump was back in Nashville, I believe he said he was not going to implement one of those because the crowd, I think, applauded heavily during that. But yeah, so we're looking pretty good there. Bitcoin's still kind of going sideways here. Feeling good selling your capybara an hour ago? Might not be a bad idea. Remember, that's why we've been scaling out. If you've been scaling out, I feel like there's not as much pressure on you right now. I mean, the people that have pressure on them right now are possibly people who have just bought over the past few days, and they're kind of just going through the consolidation period for a lot of different assets out there, or they shorted over the past few days. I've been hearing stories of a lot of people shorting, and I'm not entirely sure why. You don't want to short when the MACD is still bullish. You don't want to short when the weekly MACD is still bullish. There's just not really much of a need for it right now, to be honest, right? But people are going to do what they want to do. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll make a tutorial about my trading strategy again, just so you guys have access to it. It's just that my videos don't get many views, even if they're packed full of knowledge, because I'm not good at packaging them for you, like the YouTube algorithm, if that makes sense. So I'll let you guys know that I post it in tomorrow night's stream, basically. That way you guys can search for it on YouTube, and it should be in your search bar or something like that, and you guys should be able to find it. I'll have to look for a title I can copy that sounds fairly good as far as, like, you know, cryptocurrency technical analysis, you know, something like that. Best crypto trading strategy, something like that. And I think it'll end up really well as far as I'm concerned here, because it has been working out well for us over the past few months now, past actually year or so. But Momentum, this new one I created, it's been working out very good. The only thing that was different that I really had to change was I had to go and I had to customize the stochastic indicator, because to me that was a little bit better. I think when it comes to the stochastic, you can buy when everything's green and you can sell when the stochastic turns negative, if you will. But it may be a short-term sell, it may be a scale-out point, if that makes sense. Because again, if you only follow the stochastic, you may be selling too early. But if you're scaling out, you're just scaling out, you know, as you go higher, right? Yeah, Trump won't allow a CBDC. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now as well, right? And hey, Nikki, Near, and Render both doing fantastic right now. My render is up quite a bit. Shiba Inu. So my opinion on Shiba is basically the same all the time. The technical analysis for it is fine. It's generally doing good, just like other assets out there. But what I like about Shiba Inu is you basically just dollar cost average it, and then one day, out of the blue, it may go along with Bitcoin, it may not go along with Bitcoin. It's just going to go parabolic for a few weeks. And then as it's going parabolic, you're going to be selling 10%, 20%, 10%, another 20%, right? Until you sell the rest of it. And then you're going to take your profits. It's not the easiest thing to trade because it can get boring for a certain amount of time. But when it spikes, I mean, for heaven's sakes, it can really get going in a short amount of time here. It can be really good. You see Justin Sunlove waste his money for duct tape bananas for $6 million. He's looking for publicity right now. You know, I believe his Tron meme coins have not really taken off like he thought they would. If you go over here to, is that still running? Good, okay. Remember, I tried to buy into some of these a while ago and they just have not done anything. If you tried buying into some of these, which I have, you know, Sundog is at $150 million market cap. I'm betting they're going to have a cycle. That's what I'm betting on right now. I'm betting they're going to have a cycle. Sundog is at $150 million market cap. Tron Bull is at 58. I don't know if I want to buy a Tron token necessarily that is all about Sun, like Sun this, Sun that, right? Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I think for me, I'm just buying meme coins that don't have his name in it, and I'm hoping they do better. So let me put this down very fast. Get more cozy. I'm not comfortable right now. I don't know why. I've been sitting down in cigar lounge chairs for the last few hours. It's a little bit more of a comforting chair. All right, you see Sundog at $150 million market cap. There's two Tron Bulls, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. One at 58 million and one at $14 million market cap here. So very small numbers, right? But below that, you have Sugar Boy. That one seems to be a newer one. There you go, boy. Good boy. At $13 million market cap. Crypto Zillion Club, which sounds like a fucking horrible name, but if you like it, I guess you like it. Invest Zone, I really don't like the name of that one. Moondog, perhaps. That one seems okay. Puss, perhaps. Sun Wukong, I don't want to buy anything with Sun in it. And then Suncat, again, Sun. So that's a 3 million. There really hasn't been anything that's really taken off, I would say, from his platform here. Usually in a bull market, you know, after all the Ethereum tokens run, after all the Solana meme coins run, after, you know, all that type of stuff, perhaps the Tron tokens will run. And so what I'm doing here is just looking for different tokens out there that I may be able to buy. So a good one right here would be Sugar Boy. You know, I don't know. I just noticed this one. Sugar Boy. There's already a bunch of sugars, right? It's not even on here yet, right? So SunSwap, listing apply. Do they have a website for it? There's an X account. 17,000 followers. Nobody I know is following it, which is interesting. There's a Telegram. It's gonna be a website, perhaps. Sugar Boy coin. The bit times. Let's see if there's a website for it over here. No, Pancake Swap, any swap. I don't even see a website for it. Or I just want to see like coinmarketcap.com, you know, CoinGecko, something like that. Sugar Chain. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for it, so I can't buy it. I mean, I suppose I could swap some Tron for it if I wanted to, but yeah, it's just not there just yet. But again, I can wait. See, it's already a pain in the ass though. It's already at 6 cents. If you're gonna start a token, you have to start it at 0.0000000 something, so people can assume that when they buy it, if it hits $1, they can become like bajillionaires. That's the way the mentality has to work. And if they didn't do that, it makes me think they probably haven't run a successful token in the past, right? Swell, I haven't heard much about Swell like in the influencer community. See me, but I have heard of it, you know. $53 million market cap last month. It seems like it's come down a lot over the last month. Last 3 weeks, I should say. Had a good pop. It's been coming down slowly. It might have a way to come back up. See, I mean, this has a website, right? This has a coinmarketcap.com thing. The restaking yield layer. This may do okay. I mean, with these things, you have to be careful because when the market turns down, like, you have to take your money off of it and like run basically. But this may be interesting. Let me go back over here very fast. I'm gonna get rid of some of these extra tabs I have. None of these places are really available in the United States besides Coinbase. So if you wanted to buy it, Coinbase is probably going to be your best bet. I don't see crypto.com on here at all. So you might be able to buy it on Coinbase. Oh, Weeks right here is available in the United States. If you need a code for Weeks, I have it down below. But only a few different tokens, only a few different places out there where you can actually buy it, I would say. Shiba is a sleeping giant? Yes, sirree. Michael, how do you dollar cost average while trading? Are you referring to just accumulating crypto on Coinbase? It could be any place. You don't have to buy it on Coinbase. I mean, I buy it on crypto.com. I buy it on Weeks. I buy it on BYDFi. I buy it on ZoomX. I buy it on trying to think of what other exchanges are. Like, if there's an exchange available to buy it on the United States or in the United States, I'll usually try to buy some token there. It basically just depends on where I can find the token. Like this Swell token here very fast. Right? I'll go over here to crypto.com. I'll click on the token and I'll see, hey, where's the market for it, right? Markets, it'll push me down here and I'll see spot right there. Then I'll kind of go see where can I buy it. And I don't have access to Bybit because I'm in America. I don't have access to BitGet, Kraken, KuCoin, HTX, Gate.io, BingX, MEXC, Bitmart. None of those I have access to in the United States. So, right, I just have to go with Coinbase. But like, let's say I had access to KuCoin or HTX, or I didn't have access to, how is this? Like, if I didn't have Coinbase, I would try to find the next best thing. But since I already have a Coinbase account, I would just buy it there, basically, then transfer it over to a Ledger wallet or another wallet, and I just let it sit there for a while. But it's not hard to find out where you can buy them. It's just hard to make sure that you actually have a place to buy them. That's why so many people want to do VPNs because, you know, Coinbase might not be the first place you could have bought on this token. You might have first been able to buy this on Bybit or LBank or something like that, right? So just a little bit different. Bitcoin so far doing okay. So in the last few hours, what's actually been going up? XRP still moving up quite a bit, showing some weakness actually at the moment, but still doing fine. Dot's up 4% right now. Luna's up 10%. I don't trade this, but if you guys like it, go for it. XLM is making some good moves, also tipping over a little bit here as well. MOG is up 12%. Wow, this thing's been going up and down like crazy. Day Trader's Paradise right here. And Moodang is down 7% right now, which is interesting. Again, I'm hoping this thing can make a stronger move. I know it's been going up for a while, but like, I'd really like to see this thing continue moving higher here. Go to the 5-minute chart here. There we go. So far, Bitcoin, I think, is doing okay. So far. Am I dollar cost averaging with leverage? Yeah, it just depends on the position. So dollar cost averaging with leverage is a little bit of a different type of technique than just normal dollar cost averaging. So there's two ways you can do it. There's a long-term one if you're willing to pay the fees because you believe it'll go parabolic eventually and you have the capital to kind of keep on deploying, if you will. or your account is large enough to absorb losses as they come in, because you might not catch the exact bottom. It might keep on going down for a few more weeks or a few more months. The easier way, however, is just to go long when you start seeing the MACDs flip. For instance, Bitcoin's MACD flipped all the way back on October 14th, right? It took a few weeks, but eventually everything came up. So you might want to start dollar cost averaging with leverage there. Or the next breakout that happened after that was going to be right on the November 6th, the day after the presidential election out here in the United States. All right, so you would start to dollar cost average there. If you're just dollar cost averaging with spot, no leverage whatsoever, then you can just buy as much as you want to whenever. Buy 50 bucks here, buy 50 bucks that next day it drops, buy 100 bucks the next day if it drops, buy 50 bucks a week later. You don't have to be too consistent. You can just making sure you're accumulating stuff in your own time. And that usually works out. I have a watch list which I share with you guys all the time on coinmarketcap.com. You can see some of the tokens have worked out on there, some have not. If I can go over here to watch list. Okay, there it goes. Memes and AI, right? So over the last 30 days, right, there's some green, there's some red in here. So the ones that have lost me the most money is Sundog. Yeah, fuck Sundog right now. Turbo. So Sundog has lost me about 33% over the last 30 days, 27%. Turbo's lost me about 20% over the last 30 days. Heart has lost me about 20% over the last 30 days, and Hoppy has lost me 12% over the last 30 days, which kind of sucks because I was hoping for more for Hoppy because, low market cap, under a penny. I was hoping for more. On the other side here, which may be the most money, Pinot up 819%. This one's been interesting. It has a low market cap. Go over here very fast. Right? It's only on Radium and IDEX. Basically, I had to go over to Radium to get some. Not terrible, but it's something I really don't want to do. I really don't like to do that type of stuff. But one of my friends showed me how to get into Radium, so I'm kind of understanding it a little bit more. Department of Government Efficiency, this is up 690%. I am not up that much because I do not own any of this. It's just on my watch list for now. I was late to the party here, but I feel like I want to get back into it. Or I want not get back into it. I do want to get into it. I think the last time we checked, there was not a good way to buy this though. Yeah, nothing that I could easily access over here in America. But that's okay. You can't buy everything, but it is on the watch list, and maybe I'll be able to buy it here fairly soon. Toshi, up 95%. Godius Maximus, 60%. Brett, 63. Dog, 60. Mog, 51, right? And you could add some leverage onto these if you want to, like we have been. Like, let me see if I can actually find out when I actually open up the first of these trades. Okay, so these trades over here, I'm looking at them right now. The first one for like Pepe, okay? Now I bought Pepe a couple times here, but the first time I bought Pepe was 1023. Which was right here, right? Not even close to with the bottom. Not even close. And then the next time I bought it was 11.1, which is right here. Not closer to the bottom, but not there, right? And then I waited, and now now of course it's doing well. I have a stop loss right here in case it does dive back down, of course, but around here, buy here, sell here. That's still a good return. Try and think. Render was back at 1023. Dogs, I lost money on. I closed that one. Let's see. Fetch AI, I opened that up on 11.1, a lot of stuff 11.1, and most recently a lot of this stuff like Blast and Cosp was up 11.6 right after the election. XRP was opened up on the 10th. Which was right here, right as it was breaking out of this little thing, this breakout from that consolidation right there. Bought, and you know, boom. I didn't even get a chance to really dollar cost average too much because I basically would be dollar cost averaging up. But again, it is what it is. I'm still making some money. It's up almost 700%. But usually you're waiting for that momentum, you know, and what was happening during that time period, like 1023, what was happening with Bitcoin during that period? For those of you guys that are with me every freaking day, I mean, we talk about the MACDs and whatnot. 1023. Boop. Okay, it was within this week right here. We had the MACD turn green. It was the second week the MACD had turned green right here. We saw a little bit of a dip and we kind of took the first buy that we could. And it took a little bit of time, but of course, you know, now it's doing okay. Also on 1023 for Bitcoin. Right here. All right, this little dip that we saw. Kind of ride those waves up. But you have to catch onto that momentum if you want a dollar cost average with leverage usually. The only downside, this is where I have issues with dollar cost averaging with leverage sometimes I do it towards the end of the rally and it hurts me pretty bad. So if we go back over here towards you know, April, May, I was doing some dollar cost averaging right here with leverage for different tokens, and it kept on coming down, so I was forced to sell them because they just kept on coming down. You saw Bitcoin turning back over on the daily chart pretty bearishly. You saw the weekly chart getting hit pretty hard here as well, with momentum coming back down, and also you saw this big old Fibonacci level that we were just not able to break above. And if you see us having issues for 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and not being able to break out, it hurts. Then we had another attempt over here, didn't work out, you know. So I did take some losses back then. Back over here. There you go. But yeah, it's much more of a momentum play for me. I've been copy trading on weeks, just baby copying, of course, up 70 cents. Woohoo. Hey, at least you're making money. There's a lot of people that have been losing money over the past few weeks here. Only after Arca. Yeah, be careful with that. Arca must be doing some games there. Bought some more SCI. That's good right there. Doge has been doing fine so far, but just be careful of it because it is up against a big level of resistance. Why are invested in Doge? It's literally a gamble. Take your profits and go. I mean, there was technical analysis giving you some good indications about Dogecoin. And then on top of that, Dogecoin... There's been a fundamental growth of Dogecoin as far as what's happening with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a big, and I mean a big reason that we're seeing Dogecoin hit all-time highs, right? Elon Musk has been very smart about how he's been planning this out. You know, the Department of Government Efficiency. I mean, I don't even think Trump knew that when he created the name, or when probably Elon created the name, right? But I don't think Trump knew that when he was signing up Musk to do this type of stuff. I don't think he necessarily cares, but like Department of Government Efficiency. I mean, how awesome is that? So Elon Musk is basically a huge supporter of Dogecoin, and that makes it a little bit of a better play than a lot of other meme coins out there. Plus, Dogecoin has been, you know, through a trial of fire so far over the last couple of years, and it's come out pretty strong. People remember Dogecoin from back in 2020 and 2021. They remember the crash after the SNL disaster where Elon Musk called it a side hustle. Oh God, I remember him in the bow tie out there, and I was like, oh no, boom, we came crashing down hard, and it just never recovered, even when Bitcoin made that second rally up to the second all-time highs, right, back in the November of 2021. But yeah, I mean, Dogecoin is a pretty solid meme coin. There's a reason why it has one of the largest market caps of all tokens out there, right? It's actually outperformed a lot of other assets out there as well. Now, if you're talking about taking profits, I totally understand. It's okay to take profits. We've been scaling out over the past few weeks here. Remember, I'm pretty transparent when I sell my Bitcoin and stuff like that, and I sell my positions. I sold my first batch of Bitcoin for this entire cycle at $80,000. We're currently at $98,000. You know, I could have sold it up here for way more money. but I told you guys I wanted to sell 80,000. I sold another, I sold 7% of my Bitcoin for this cycle at 80,000, and I sold another 3% of my Bitcoin at 91,000. I'm gonna sell another maybe 10% if we reach $100,000. And that's just the way it is. In the scheme of things, I'm happy to start selling off some of my assets, but taking profits, everybody has to do that when they want to, when they feel like it's right. If anything, a lot of people that have been loading up over the past few years, that have been watching the channel for a while, most of their assets aren't necessarily even on an exchange, right? If they are, they're on something like a Coinbase, or they're on something like a crypto.com, But, I would assume a lot of people have crypto on like a Ledger Nano wallet, an FE wallet, just a lot of wallets out there. And that's primarily because when we started to load up on stuff way back in the day, 2022, what was going on right before we started to really hit, while we were loading up on different assets, while we were doing it, we saw exchanges dropping like flies. So we saw stuff like FTX, of course, but we also had, was it BlockFi that went down, I believe? We also had Voyager go down. There was a couple of other exchanges that went down. Maybe let me go over to ChatGPT and figure out what exchanges actually crashed and burned back in 2021 and 2022. So FTX, Celsius, if you guys know BitBoy apparently lost millions in Celsius. Voyager, Three Arrows Capital, different, not going to say crypto exchange, but part of it. BlockFi and My Crypto Wallet, right? And that was an Australian cryptocurrency exchange. Interesting. But yeah, there was definitely some issues there, right? So that's just the way it was. And hey, the real MILF Hunter. Yeah, if you guys can, please make sure to like the stream, comment. Every time you guys comment and engage with the stream, it helps YouTube know that people like it. I know I'm more of an educator, not so much of an entertainer that makes you guys like do a bunch of crazy stuff, like trade when I want you to trade, all that stuff. But every like, every comment, it does help out a lot. So if you guys can even just do a thumbs up or an emoji or something like that, trust me, YouTube appreciates it, and I appreciate it even more. And hey, Walter, spam on this. I think it'd be beneficial to make sure community aware of this ARCA, make your own decisions. Be careful trading ARCA if you guys haven't already. Looks like there's some manipulation going on the week's exchange there. Was selling my Shiba for Solana a smart move? They added Solana to Robinhood and it seemed to be doing better with a smaller supply. I own both assets here. I think it's fine to hold both of them. Shiba is much more of a wild card because it kind of booms randomly and it just goes parabolic like all at once, where Solana is much more of a technical breakout type of thing. So what we've been talking about as far as Solana has been a few different things. First, the consolidation here, the MACD turning green back over here on October 21st, way over here. And then we had the breakout. We had some levels of resistance up here at the 228 level and the 250 level. Basically, I just went long on Solana myself, and I'm hoping to get back up here towards 339. I'm going to be moving up my stop loss pretty closely with this one, though, because it is a pretty large pop that it will be having. Just so you can see if we did buy the breakout, or if you did buy the breakout with me, excuse me. The first batch is going to be 34% profit. Up here, it turns to 60% profit. So, it's a pretty good move. But these Fibonacci levels, it doesn't look like much on the daily. It doesn't look like much on the weekly chart here, but if you go to the daily chart, look at that. Resistance 1, resistance 2. It's like thing 1, thing 2 from Dr. Seuss. And so far we're doing okay. My stop loss for now on this trade is going to be way down here at 229, which is a pretty hefty one, to be honest, right? That's like a 10% stop loss. But I am hoping for 30% returns or 60% returns. So I think that's an okay ratio to kind of be going long when it comes to Ethereum. Excuse me, Solana. Where is my, do I have it on here? I do not. Where is it over here? There you go. Right, that's not bad. And we just turned green here too. Usually when we're green and the weekly chart is green, usually we have some good moves like a... There you go, right? When the weekly chart is green, which it turned green, well, it's been green for a minute here, never mind. And the daily chart turns green, usually there's some good swing trades there. Right? Buy right here. If you had a stop loss here, it got closed. If you had a stop loss there, it didn't get closed. Breakup structure worked out. This one worked out. This one worked out. So you could maybe say 2 out of 3 worked out. 3 out of 4 worked out. 4 out of 5 worked out. You know? So things have been working out pretty well when it comes to Solana here. But I mean, this run has been, it's been a long one so far. It's been a very, very long one. I mean, you could put that to any chart right now, right? Right? Bitcoin's been doing fine right here. This Bitcoin chart didn't work. I need to start locking this shit in place because it's driving me nuts to keep on actually moving it. There you go. This one worked out. That one worked out. This one worked out. That one didn't work out, but again, it wouldn't have hit your stop loss, so it might have worked out depending on held. That one didn't work out. That one did. This one didn't. This one did. This one did. That one did. So there you go. That one did. Sorry, my head is blocking a little bit. So overall, it's been working out pretty well for us. It's not going to work every single time, but I mean, you can see the clear Fibonacci levels and those levels of resistance here. So I would think we're okay. And this one specifically, what was happening during this one? The weekly one was bearish, so you probably wouldn't have even made that trade in the first place, to be honest. So, all right. How was the MACD during this, though? And the MACD was red, so you probably weren't buying that too much later, unless you were looking at something of a shorter move, which again, if you want to take on more risk, you could take those trades, because sometimes they do work out. It's just that if you want the most profitable trades where you have a better chance of making money, you're going to wait for the weekly charts to be green and the daily charts, plus a change of character, plus having the momentum on your side. Everything kind of just melds together at that point. You can kind of feel it. You have that look, ooh, it looks like something big is about to happen here. The shorter time frames that you get, though, the worse it can be sometimes as far as trying to trust it. I usually will do it towards the weekly, daily, 4 hour, and possibly 1 hour. And what I'll do is I'll have this type of chart. Let me go load layout, day trading setups. So let's go to that. A weekly chart. Most of you guys know this by now, but in case you guys are new, weekly chart, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. Different technicals right here. And then right, so as the 4 hour gives you some signals to buy, if you bought the 4 hour chart here, while the dailies were still good on the weekly chart, the dailies that were good right here, you buy on that 4 hour chart, you're good to go. This one worked out, this one worked out. The 1 hour charts, of course, worked out. The daily worked out with the weekly chart working out. It kind of points you towards the right direction. I'll make a video about this tomorrow so you guys understand it. I'll make 2 videos, one about the actual strategy, and then I'll probably make another video talking about how to layer it in here to have a 4 charter. The only thing is, I don't think everybody has access to 4 charts. I believe it's only for plus and premium members. So the essential members, they don't actually have access to it because they only have 2 charts per tab. And I think the free version is a 1 chart per tab, right? So, and even on top of that, you don't even get all the technical analysis and stuff like that from all the indicators, which is, you know, it's a little bit worse there. Any new news on Bitcoin here from good old Twitter? Let me find my lighter. There you go. No, not much news here. I mean, this is all from the 18th. It's the 21st now. X really has an issue when it comes to putting up the newest news first. online. I think the app is a very good thing, but everything else, yeah. Decentraland Metaverse is doing okay. It looks like there's some talk about that right now as well. But for now, I mean, we're looking at Bitcoin. We have an opportunity to break out to all-time highs here in the next few minutes. And then, of course, right above that is $100,000, and that's the main goal of tonight's stream. Let's see if we can get up towards that. And hey, Stoney, happy to see you, my man. Hey, Walder, but moving on, might come to Vegas and watch the Formula One with me and my girl on Saturday. Isn't it getting close to Thanksgiving though? I was thinking of doing Formula One stuff, or just doing some stuff around Thanksgiving. But all the kennels around me are 100% packed, full to the brim. So I can't do anything even if I wanted to. I will try to come to Vegas though, again, eventually. I hung out with CT in Vegas last time. I need to hang out with some more people like Vegas Nick pretty soon. The next time I know I'm in Vegas though, I know for sure, is going to be during Bitcoin Nashville. Not Bitcoin Vegas. Hold on a second here. What email is that actually? Give me a second here. I think I got an email from Sean. So many emails. There we go. Oh, I already have it there. Okay, sweet. So if you go to the, I have a link if you guys want to go there, but Bitcoin Vegas 2025. There we go. Oh, this is new background. Okay. But yeah, Las Vegas, the Venetian, May 27th through the 29th. Embrace the game theory. If you guys are looking to go to Vegas for a Bitcoin event, this is going to be it. These are always great events, and they always have some really good speakers, of course. If you guys saw my footage when I went to Nashville just a few months ago, I think it was back in July, Donald Trump was there, RFK was there. I got to meet RFK. Neo was there, the musician. If you guys like R&B from the 90s and 2000s, he was there. Just a lot of interesting people. You get to talk with a lot of cool people. I'm there. Crypto Face is there. Tom Crown is there. George is there. Crypto RS is there. Benjamin Cohen is there. AJ Crypto's there. I mean, everybody that in the crypto space is usually there. Anybody that's part of the ecosystem that like really likes to keep track and make sure all the influencers are doing a good job with each other, not causing drama like some influencers have done in the past. Let's not name names. But yeah, they're good. I'd always recommend, if you do it, buy the tickets early, because the tickets do go up in price like every few weeks. Right now the next increase, it happens in 20 hours actually. Wow. There's different layers of tickets. The festival pass is $359, which means it's going to go up basically next 20 hours. Industry pass is $1,200. None of you guys in the industry pass, I know some of you guys that watch me are millionaires. I've talked to you guys about this type of stuff. Whale pass, $7,000. That's actually worth it for you guys if you want to have some, like, do some really cool stuff on the side and have access to some really famous people. Most of you guys would just get the festival pass, right? And then going to Vegas, I think is pretty cheap. I think a round trip flight for most people to Vegas is with like the hotel and everything, probably going to be, I guess if you get like economy seats, I'm a fat guy, so I don't get economy. Probably going to run you about $300 with like travel expenses. So the pass is going to be more expensive than the actual trip. If you guys go first class, of course, it does go up a little bit more there, but I mean, there's so many cheap hotels in Vegas, which is awesome. Especially if you guys use your Capital One cards and stuff like that, or your credit cards. I can't tell you guys how much money I saved just using Capital One Wanderer cards and stuff like that. Yeah, Vegas 125, it's going to be a blast. Doesn't sound too bad, actually, considering I'm only 35. I love these types of trips, everybody. I mean, I have a blast. I really do have a blast. Crypto Lifer, if you guys don't know him, he's another YouTuber. in the influencers and the crypto space. I mean, I think in Nashville, he brought his whole desk and set up with him to Nashville so he could stream every day he was there. Now, I'm not that dedicated to streaming. I'm tired after expo days, you know, because I basically wake up at 10 o'clock. I go talk with people all day, and I'm up from like 10 o'clock in the morning to about like 2 o'clock in the morning, like just like talking, drinking, networking, doing all that type of stuff. And so I make videos throughout the day for you guys, but by no means am I going to be like excited to stream at the end of that day. I'll be exhausted. And then there's a higher chance I'm going to lose my voice or something like that. I think I actually had a video back in, let me see if I can find it while we're watching Bitcoin try to make a move. I had a video back in Nashville, and I recorded it like at 3 o'clock in the morning. When I tell you guys, I looked like complete shit. I am not lying about that whatsoever. Let me see. Okay, maybe I don't look like complete shit, but I mean, you can see my eyes. They're like poofy. I'm tired. You can see the redness in my eyes. Let's zoom in a little bit right there. I'm smoking a cigar here as well. I mean, you can tell I'm obviously pretty tired there. I gotta wait for me to, there you go. Right. I know you guys can't tell right now, but like, white eyes. Not white eyes. I mean, you can actually, let me zoom in right there. Yeah. I was definitely going through it for that trip, but I basically just spent like 4 minutes just breaking down what was going on at the expo, what's going on. I was tired as fuck. Yeah, I was exhausted. Hence why I was smoking a cigar to just try to relax myself. Like Ben Affleck, whenever he was dealing with his girlfriend J-Lo, whatever her name is, like, you know, that was basically me at the end of that day. Sammy Cup and Handy will be there. There we go. I know, Cortez, happy to see my man. My girl isn't going to tune in, meet us in Vegas. What do you call going to tune in? What do you mean? Oh, you mean on the stream? Yeah. But what do you call? I won't be in Vegas. What do you call? I don't even have tickets for what is it this year? F1. Let me see what is F1 right now even costing. Club Paris from 450, Skybox from 1400. I mean, the prices aren't necessarily terrible, especially with the 3-day tickets, you know. Pit Building Zone might be the funnest. You know, I was just in Vegas a few weeks ago, and my god, the traffic was fucking horrible. From 250 Grand Stations, that's not even that bad either. Lewis Hamilton package. Complimentary food, water, and soft drinks. Wow, I feel like these prices are much cheaper than they were last year. T-Mobile Grand Station. Saturday sold out, 3 days sold out. Damn. These are all sold out. General admission. Sold out. Oh, man. Official partner hospitality. $3,500. Bellagio Fountain Club. That might be kind of cool. Open bar. Yeah, I mean, if you're paying an open bar, $3,500 really isn't that bad of a deal. Especially if it's for 3 days here. Vegas style with VIP hospitality. Yeah. They have a pretty good website right now. Did someone say Vegas and Mike? What do you call? Oh, I know nothing about F1. I almost bought a Le Mans lighter a few days ago, but I decided against it because it was kind of pricey. It was a ST DuPont one. It's no, it's not that one. It's not that one either, though. Let me see if I can find the right Le Mans. I have this lighter, but it's not this one. Le Mans. I think it was the Perfect Clink. I think that's what the name was. Or it has the Perfect Clink on it. Oh, it's not even here anymore. It must have been discontinued. It was basically... Oh, they replaced it with the Game of Thrones collection. No, it's not even here. Tron collection of Thrones. The Grand, maybe? Yeah, so it's like this, but it has like Le Mans on it or something. My friend shared me a link because I think he got me a good deal on it, but I was like, I don't know if I want to pay that much for a lighter. Especially if I'm about to pop down 13,000 bucks for a new computer. Let me see. Where's my buddy Armand? Yeah, here's the friend. My friend runs a business out of this, but yeah, this STD point. Yeah, this one, Le Mans. This one's for $1,400. No, see, $1,100 basically. Maybe $1,200, $1,300 after tax or something over here in Washington. But that's the lot I was thinking about right there. It's like 300 bucks off, or it normally goes for $1,795, I guess. So it's on a nice little sale right now. But that would have been a nice lighter to have when I go to like F1 races and things like that. But I'll have to try to make sure I go next year. This sale ends in 20 hours. I mean, I'm hoping they have a Black Friday sale where it goes down even cheaper, perhaps. There we go. Bitcoin's making a move here, everybody. Let's see Bitcoin pop. 13K computer. What specs am I putting in there? So I'm probably not going to get the exact computer that they're talking about, to be honest. But because I'm going to go to the office, I think sometime next week or this week. Let me see if I can find it. So I can't necessarily... Oh wait, I might still have it on my saved file, actually. We'll come back to it in a second. There you go. Bitcoin about to hit all-time highs again, perhaps? Let's see. But I have it ready so you can see it. It has like multiple GPUs and stuff, but it's not going to be the best for gaming, apparently, he said. So I might get a computer that's really good for editing, and then I might get a computer that's really good for gaming. So I might get two like $7,000 or two $5,000 computers and see how that works out. My current computer cost me about $3,300, and it's okay, but it's not nearly what I need. So, and it's old. It's like 3-4 years old right now. But if I get the gaming computer, you guys know I have the NVIDIA G-Sync TV OLED LG TV. It's 75 inches, beautiful. I think I'm just going to hook the computer up to that to play video games and record. And then I'll have a separate computer monitor. Next to it, so I can record from there on the big screen TV and see how that works out. Because I'm going to do two things with that computer. First of all, I'm going to play video games because I have not had enough time, and I want to go out and have some fun. Second, I'm thinking of starting a gaming channel, kind of as a passive side thing, just kind of to see what it's like. And all I want to do is just play video games like a Cyberpunk or a Star Citizen, or just really high intensity games. And I want to play them with full, like, maximum settings. And then I just want to upload them and see how it looks on the computer. So I'm going to try to record them in 6K or 8K resolution. And then from there, I'm going to not necessarily edit them so much, but like lightly edit them. And then I'm going to just upload them and see, just walking around Night City. You know, I've been seeing people do that, and I want to see if that could be a passive income stream for myself. A couple of my friends have been telling me how to get more passive income besides just like the stock market, like oil plays, healthcare plays, and stuff like that. So I was thinking of doing that for as a side thing, you know, and see how that works out. And then I was going to talk to you guys as far as how it's working, if I'm making money, am I losing money, that type of stuff. I'm not going to be losing money technically because I'm not going to be paying an editor, because I'm just going to record and hit go, put on the editor, and maybe I'll talk about it in the beginning or the end or something like that. But you know, we'll have to see how that turns out. But for now, it's the editing is number one, and then it's going to be editing number one, and then gaming number two. But now that Bitcoin's slowing down a little bit. Oh, and hey, Mott Boy 4K, appreciate it. What games do you be playing? New COD stuff is top shelf. I might play COD if it has like really high settings. I haven't played COD in a while. So I wear contacts most of the time. My contacts all dried out, so I'm waiting a few weeks for my custom ones to come in, and I get really custom ones because my astigmatism is like terribly, like really bad. My eye doctor makes fun of me for how bad my eyes are. But when I play video games where I can die, it can be COD, it can be Battlefield, it can be Super Smash Bros. My eyes dilate a lot, and my eyes literally pop my contacts off of my face. So I typically don't play shooters too much because my contacts pop off my eyes, when I play those types of games. It's just weird. Even with Cyberpunk, it happens. I don't play them too often, but yeah. It's a very weird thing. But yeah. Right now I've been playing things like, you know, Total War games. I play Paradox games, which is like, you know, engine type stuff. They run a lot of games where it's like long-term planning, a lot of nitty-gritty stuff happening in the world that you're building. And you have to, like, there's a lot of planning. There's a lot of stuff happening all at once. It feeds my ADHD of something always needing to happen time after time. Like every second something has to be happening. Those types of games really get me going. COD, I like COD. I like COD a lot. I like Battlefield a lot. But like my freaking contacts pop off, man. It's a pain in the ass. And hey, Vegas Nick, I was just talking about you a few seconds ago. Go 101K seems surreal. I know, right? After all this type of stuff, after all the years we've been waiting for this stuff. But before it pops off here, this is the type of computer I was looking at. This is not the one I'm going to be getting, though. But Fractal Design Define 7XL, Asus Pro WS TRX 50 Sage Wi-Fi, AMD Threadripper 7970, Asetek 3060mm AIO CPU liquid cooler, 2 NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090s with 24 gigabytes, onboard sound, and a bunch of other stuff, you know, but basically 2 NVIDIA drives is probably what's making the price go up here. And that's going to cost me about $1,277. So, yeah. I'm not buying it before Christmas, though. Because I don't know enough about computers, so I'm going to go in there and I'm going to have these long conversations with them, talk about what I really need, what I don't need, and I'm going to be asking them exactly what each part that I'm having in there, what does it actually do? Do I really need to pay for it? No. You know, do I need to pay for it? Sure. Is there something I might want that they're not giving me? Maybe, and I'll have to add that on there. You never know, right? Hey Yuki, you like COD now or on Game Pass? Oh, okay. I definitely want to try it. Battlefield 1942. Yeah, I love those games so much. Dude, I played Cyberpunk back when they were in T formation, man. I love Cyberpunk. Okay, all-time high possibly coming in, guys. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's go over here to the 1 second chart. We'll stay here for like maybe 1 minute or something. I want to see if we're able to break out. You can see there's somebody trying to push us down a little bit. Somebody's taking some profits, but it's not enough just yet. Because what's the 1 minute chart look like here? That's the 5 minute chart, 1 minute chart. Yeah, the 1 minute we're still climbing bit by bit. There's definitely some pressure to sell here. Let's see. Hey, Villa, you can build that cheaper. I'm sure somebody can build it cheaper. I just don't know exactly what to put it in there yet. That's why I'm going to these people And a few of my friends at the cigar lounge use them as well, which is pretty nice to see. I forget that, you know, Seattle's such a Seattle's such a techie place, right? Back to the 5. Ugh. There we go. MacBook Pro M4 maxed out, and you can take it anywhere. I probably am going to get a MacBook too. Those don't cost too much money. What is my Cronus price prediction? Oh, that's difficult here. Let me get back to you after we see what Bitcoin does. I think Crow can go parabolic only because everybody likes to buy Crow for those damn cards that they have on their app. They give you some really good discounts there. So people like to become mini whales when they want to get those cards. Let me give it some thought, but after Bitcoin makes a move here, I'll try to pull up Crow and we'll do some technical analysis on it. Should go with the RTX A6000. See, you guys are talking about stuff that I have no idea what any of that stuff is. I have no idea. I know 4090 because I see people talking about it on Reddit maybe every now and again, but I have joined some Reddit forums as of late to kind of learn more stuff about it. And if you guys are joining the stream, please make sure to give it a like and comment. It helps out the algorithm a lot. And if you guys are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm an astrologer. This is my prediction. Bitcoin hits 40 in the next 44 minutes. We're hitting 100K. There we go. Off-world trading company seems like a good fit if you do a gaming channel. It seems like StarCraft, but with more stocks economy. Ah, that could be interesting too. I'll have to try to save that. Off-world. What is? I don't even know what off-world trading company is though. Is that a video game? I wonder. Hey, Mott Boy, I appreciate the new Ruby level. That gives you access to membership videos, and you get your questions answered as much as you want to as well, as long as you're not like, you know, watch something crazy happening. Off-world trading company. It's a video game. Ah. Yeah, a game like this is something that I would like, yeah. Been looking at what they have. They add 2 to 3x to most builds, so they're taking a few $1,000 on top of it. Well, I don't want to give them $2,000 to $3,000 extra. Well, Villa, then probably I'll end up hitting you up then. I'm just hoping everything I want is basically is available. You know, there's no back, you know, it's not stuck in China. There's no shortage or something like that. But I haven't heard much about shortages since about 2020, right? Since the COVID times. Actually, that's a deal. I don't know how I missed that. And hey, I'm too happy to see my man. Family's doing well. Sisters in college. Grandparents are doing their thing with her being retired. Yeah, things are working out pretty well. My other gaming passion is Street Fighter. I literally have $500 arcades take to a local arcade to play competitive Street Fighter 6. Oh my god, damn, that's crazy. That thing must be durable too. One of the games that I was thinking actually of playing here, not with any like voiceover, but just me playing it. You know, the new Microsoft Flight Simulator came out too. That might be kind of fun to play around with as well. Yeah, but Villaret, I'll have to definitely hit you up with that because I just need to figure out what exactly I'm gonna build. Because I'm hoping, like, I'm hoping that what that build is that they just gave me just now. I'm hoping that can allow me to edit 4K and 6K footage and a good amount of it, right? Like maybe a couple hours of gameplay. And then I'm hoping it can run, like OBS can get all that data basically at lossless quality, if you will, right? With no dropped frames. And then I'm hoping I can also play the video game on it as well. So I'm hoping to build something that has all of that without any lag. And that's where the money comes in. Like, I'm like, oh, I can build that. I can buy, you know, I can do that type of stuff. We can sit down and talk. Dude, we can smoke a cigar and talk. The arcade stick is called a Vitrix. It's a detachable stick that I can put in a compartment in the stick so I can throw it into my backpack with my laptop. Damn, I didn't even know they made stuff like that. That's insane. Let's see. Just reading some news on my phone. There we go. We're close. Okay, there's the pop. Beautiful. New all-time high for Bitcoin, everybody. Still, I mean, we're still a few $100 away from still a few $100 away from 100,000, but still, we're moving in the right direction, right? Another all-time high right there. No, we're stalling at. Oh, no, we're going. Here's the 1 minute chart so you guys can see the pop that we just had. Oh, beautiful. I mean, this is great. All-time high after all-time high after all-time high. You know CNBC is going to be talking about this all day tomorrow. And it's been hilarious. So, okay, if you guys watch CNBC in the morning when the markets open up, they have this table where there's this old conservative guy, this younger liberal guy, and this woman who I think is more moderate because she doesn't really say much. I don't really know her positions all too much. But the liberal guy, every time he has a crypto person on, he only asks questions like gotcha questions, like haha, gotcha. What are you gonna say now, right? How are you gonna get out of this question? And I wish they would just ask questions with open-ended answers, like open-ended question, so somebody could actually take like a couple minutes and just explain something in detail. Because I feel like that's why mainstream media is slowly dying. All I see journalists do nowadays is take these types of questions, be like, hey, I got you. You can't get out of this question, right? And instead, they should go with the Joe Rogan approach, maybe with more fact checking if they need to do that, right? But like the Joe Rogan approach, like, hey, tell me about this. You have like 3 minutes. Just, what do you think about this? And then let them go, right? Let them just say what they want to say. I don't like when they try to play those gotcha questions there because it just annoys the fuck out of me. It just, oh God, it really does. A little bit of resistance forming right here, but let's see if we can keep on popping up. I think we can. This is only a 5 minute chart here, guys, so it's not crazy. Amazon investments? I do not know what Amazon investments is, actually. What do you mean by Amazon investments? M2, I'm a lady, by the way. Oh, you've told me that many times and I always forget. And I remember that back when you were here more often. Can it run Minecraft though? I'm hoping all the new games like on the Unreal gaming engine type stuff, I hope I can play those ones too. DayZ, lots of different ways to play on the community servers. Most fun I played on a PC. Yeah, I haven't been able to play many games lately, but I've been trying to get back into Star Citizen. But Star Citizen, I feel like every time I leave it for a few months, I come back, I forget every little button about what every little button does, and it's so complicated. Which is kind of why I like it. Flight Simulator 2024 is on Game Pass. I played a little bit. It has some issues because it relies more on streaming textures, but it's fun, janky, needs some updates. That's okay. I can wait for those updates. Let's see, update discovery. There you go. No worries. Yeah, so as far as Crow, I mean, in my opinion, Crow will hit all-time highs again. If I can find it here, actually. Where's Crow? Do I not have Crow on my list? It should be on here. Oh, fucker. Hold on. I accidentally pushed my cigar into my my keyboard, so it's gonna get hot for a second. I'm prepared for such things. Crow. Probably this one. Since it still has a low market cap, I'm guessing this cycle probably anywhere between $1.50 probably up to $2. I was thinking about this a few weeks ago, and we were talking about the Fibonacci levels. I can pull this up here very fast. Right, and you have a level at 168. Oh, 161, excuse me. Next one up here on 261, which I think is fine. But if we were to take this down a notch and take the fibbable scales off, right? There's a clear one at, oh, excuse me, 59 cents. I don't know why I'm so backwards right now. The other ones are going to be 52 cents and then $1.87, right? That's kind of in the middle zone between the $2 and the 150 here. I think that's probably going to be the best bet for me, somewhere way up here. I'm hoping it can go higher, but typically if you look back on what happened actually last time, I won't say it was exact because again, it did go parabolic with a lot of our stuff. Came fairly close to that Fibonacci level up here of $1.14. Came fairly close, right? So I think we might have something similar like that. Also, there's going to be a Fibonacci level that's still there. It's going to be a little bit older, probably not as good, but like you pull this out. Way up here, $5. You know, pull it down though. 235, 147, 377. I still think it's going to be in this realm of like, you know, around $1.50 though. $1.50 is like, when you think about it, like right over here. I think that's more than enough. If it goes up higher, awesome. Sometimes I just don't know how some of these tokens are going to go. Historically, I would say I underperform, which means I sell too early. And let's zoom in a little bit more here. FinFit disabled getting a loan until December 9th. Oh, that's bad news. I know it's going to last at least all-time high soon. It's going, oh, it's going at least, yeah. Well, I mean, we just broke all-time highs just a few seconds ago. That's the beauty of all this. There we go. We can build a good top-of-the-line Asus or MSI. I think one of my old computers, my old laptop was an Asus, and I freaking loved it until it just got old and worn down. You ever share in Amazon? I mean, I own a bunch of shares in Amazon. For me, it's, I don't know. You guys know how I like momentum. A lot of different plays out there having perfectly good plays with momentum. Again, you know how I had those 4 charts up a minute ago? You don't have to use those just with Bitcoin and like altcoins. You can use those with any asset you guys want to out there. It usually works very, very well. Maybe gold is a little bit more unreliable. Maybe Forex, it can be a little bit more unreliable because there's so much crazy news and war going on these days and central bank stuff happening. But for the most part, you know, it does work very, very well. It works very, very well with options. And that's actually, again, because I have an options background and then I came over to cryptocurrency, that's why I tend to sell too early. And somebody is trying to fucking like drive the price down here. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody's trying to push this down, but it keeps on getting eaten up. I wonder who has more ammo here. I mean, you can see they tried to do it a few times actually over the last hour or so. Some guy might get liquidated if Bitcoin hits 100,000 bucks. That's probably what's happening here because the momentum is still strong. I mean, again, you just zoom out a little bit, you see we're good. New all-time high right there. I mean, boom, I already broke above it while I was trying to mess around with it. 99,400, baby. Off to heaven we go. Consolidated, made it push back up. I think we're good here. And again, 100,000 bucks is right there. Got it. I'm happy. I was trying to time a potential run up towards $100,000, which is why I didn't stream at 5 o'clock. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, Thursday night football's on. I can go say hi to my friends for a little bit, then I can leave the lounge early because I would have been at the lounge at least until midnight here, so right. But I was like, if I come back around, you know, 10 o'clock or so, I can hop on the stream and it should be happening around then. I'm still a couple hours, like an hour and a half early, but who cares? I had to hop on board before all the other influencers tried to come in and start streaming, right? And actually, just so you know here, well, I mean, you guys can kind of see it on the side of my screen here. There's a little bit of red when it comes to Bonk, Miro, and Baby Doge. A lot of stuff is green right now. XRP still up quite a bit, you know, looking good here. But there is some red. I mean, even the AI tokens are down a little bit. There is some red, even though Bitcoin continues to go higher. You are going to be seeing Bitcoin dominance probably move higher as well. Let me go over here to... I guess it's the main page, yeah. Bitcoin dominance right now is 59.5%. Probably because Ethereum ran up a little bit yesterday, right? Or today, I guess you would call it. Yeah, yesterday Bitcoin was at 60.1%. Now it's at 59.5. So Ethereum running up helped bring it down a tad. But I mean, Bitcoin's still going here. Any new news on X? I'll have to boom. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Repost it. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see how this plans out for the next few minutes. Could Pepe hit 0.1? I would say possibly, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. It depends on how much of an altcoin season we have. One of the reasons that we haven't really had the same type of altcoin season that we had back in 2021 and 2020 yet is because of this. Let me put my cigar down for a second. And well, I don't want to distract from the Bitcoin price action here, but let me take this over. Let's go over here very fast. And let me just, so this is the Fed funds rate, last 10 years. Right back in 2020, see what happened during 2021 when everything was really having a good time? What was going on? Fed funds rate was at 0%, or 0.25. We're not there, all right? The further this comes down, the easier it is for altcoins to explode, but we're still so high. And then on top of that, if you go out here and you find out like FX Street, right? QE. So US dollar climbs higher as focus shifts to PMI data. Do we have any? We need to shift more into a quantitative easing mindset where we start to print more money. I think Trump will spend a lot of money as president, so that should probably make things a little bit easier, perhaps. Let me see if ChatGPT actually has any news on it, actually. Let me go over to ChatGPT. It'll have some type of news. Is there about Fed starting QE? So as of November 21st, 2024, the Federal Reserve has not announced any plans to initiate a new round of quantitative easing. Currently, the Fed is engaged in quantitative tightening, right? A process aimed at reducing its balance sheet by allowing assets to mature without reinvestment. This strategy is intended to decrease the money supply and manage inflationary pressures. However, some financial analysts and institutions have speculated about the potential for future QE. For instance, Universa, a hedge fund specializing in tail risk strategies, has predicted an imminent U.S. recession that could prompt the Fed to resume QE to stabilize the economy. Additionally, discussions have emerged regarding the challenges and implications of unwinding previous QE measures, which concerns about market volatility and the effects on various asset classes. When do hedge funds expect it to happen? Give me some examples and dates. Oh, of course, ChatGPT has a brain fart. Bro, it's giving me the same exact message 3 times now. I might have to go to Gronk. Grok. Uh-oh. The same message 4 times. This may... I don't think ChatGPT wants me to know the answer to this. Read my question. Now it's searching. No, it's giving me the same exact answer. Stop giving me the same answer. We're fighting a whale that's trying to short us down right now, if you guys can't tell. They're really trying to stop this thing from hitting 100K. I said stop giving me the same answer to give me the same answer again. That's fucking insane. Okay, we're going to Grok. That is fucking insane. Dude, ChatGPT does not want me to ask that question. That is crazy. This just happened 12 minutes ago. President-elect Trump's media company files trademark for TruthFi, a cryptocurrency payment platform. Interesting. I just asked it when hedge funds think QE will start. Gronk isn't too much better. Not better at all. Not the circumstances, but when they think start like rough dates. So it says end of 2024, early 2025. There we go. Gronk finally. Dude, this is much harder to find than I thought. You can see Bitcoin taking a little bit of a drop here. Again, we're dropping from like 99,400. I mean, it's not a catastrophe. We see what happened over the past few hours. So Goldman Sachs has suggested that the economic conditions warranted the Fed might start easing monetary policy potentially in 2025. Not much information, really. It just says 2025. Wow. I'm surprised how hard that information is to come by using AI. That's crazy. I use Google Gemini now. ChatGPT has gone downhill since they partnered with Apple. Maybe that's it. I mean, I know ChatGPT's been getting like really dumbed down as of late, and it's been kind of annoying. It does a lot of like day-to-day tasks properly, but if you want information around the markets or like what ChatGPT might like consider sensitive information, it's been very, very bad lately. I mean, not good, not okay, but bad. F1 starts in 2 hours, loud and cold. Oh, I bet. Tron, I think Tron is fine. I own a lot of Tron personally. I've known the Tron team for a couple of years now, and I hang out with them when I go out and about. Literally, I get drunk with those motherfuckers, and I give them cigars. They're really good guys, like really good guys. They're really knowledgeable. But I mean, I hold Tron because personally, I think Tron is just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it costs $1 and you can move money very, very quickly. I love that. I know there's always going to be a problem with every chain and whatnot, but I mean, the fact that it's so cheap and efficient really makes me happy, right? I like having a way to transfer money between exchanges and only paying a freaking dollar fee. A lot of exchanges these days, they charge a lot to withdraw money or move money around with ERC20, Ethereum. And honestly, I don't like it at all. Now that's just me being kind of frugal because it's only like $10, maybe 12 bucks, but like, that's a lot. I mean, like if you're moving a lot of money around, like, it does add up quite a bit. So, using Tron, I just think it's a much easier way. And I know people like Ethereum because of like, the safety and stuff like that. And I get it, but I've never had any problems personally with Tron. So I just prefer Tron. And that's one of the reasons I put a lot more money behind it. Hey Walter, it's too early to be going to bed in Vegas, my man. You gotta go gamble for a few hours. Take the day for tomorrow morning before I head out to the races. You got to go get yourself a spa, go get yourself a facial or a massage. Yeah, so far these dips aren't terrible. I mean, you can see it's coming down a little bit, but basically that dip that you guys are seeing on the screen, that's a $200 dip. It's not like it's catastrophic or anything. It's better than 4.0 in crypto. Ah, yeah. You like Glimmer or GLMR? I never heard of that one before. Are we short squeezing? No, this isn't so much of a short squeeze. You may consider the last week or so one slow grinding short squeeze, though. That's a possibility here. There we go. But yeah, things right now still working out okay. Since I'm doing a longer stream right now, I'm almost pulling a little bit more of a crypto face where I'm not talking constantly. I gotta take a little bit of a breather here and there. So, my dog at, make sure I'm not running over his tail or something. Let me see. Is anything moving up over the last 1 hour since Bitcoin's had a small breakout? So MOG is up 3%, Flare is up 3%, and BitTorrent's up 2.5%. Not so much movement. Crow up a little bit here, but not crazy. Last 24 hours though, it's still FTT, XRP, MOG, Optimism, Stellar, Mantle, and Flare. So okay, we're still seeing some good moves here. But those are probably what most people are day trading right now, and of course Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is also having its breakouts. What's the top 200 look like right now? Jito's up 21, Ethereum Fi's up 20, Curve DAO's up 17. Okay. Anything down a lot? Bitcoin Gold is down 10%. Wow, that's interesting. PayPal USD, that's nothing. Stables. Compound isn't really doing much. So we're not seeing too much weakness here. It seems to be mostly in memes. Still the red in memes right now. A lot more red than the top 100, generally speaking. Miggles, I haven't heard of that one yet. Ounce of Manaki, Ounce of Toshi, Milady. I feel like I should own some Grok. I own some Crow with Knife. That's been pretty good for me so far. Jesus token. I was hoping Smog would have made a bigger move, but is Smog available to buy right now? Very small market cap. Not really. No, it's on Mexi only. Not enough. I might have to start smoking a second cigar here. I'm almost done with my first. This was a pretty decent sized one too. I mean, but we're doing a decent job of eating this up. But we're just seeing there's somebody up here, I don't know who it is, you know, a whale basically, that is trying to take some profit slowly. How's the 1 second chart look? I mean, see, you can see it a little bit more drastically, right? If you see for the second, for that tick. But I mean, it got eaten up pretty fast, guys. So we'll see if it's able to keep on moving up or not. Crow and Bar, we just talked about Crow. Bar, I don't know much about Bar, but typically dollar cost averaging has been the best way to make some money so far. Same with Link right there, Steve. So I think Bitcoin is going to push through to 104 after 100K before doing a pullback. Yeah, that's what I would expect so excuse me, so far. Yeah, I'll show you something very fast. So the Fibonacci levels for us so far have been actually pretty darn good. So, I mean, we've had a few cycles here, you know, Fibonacci's and stuff like that. Go over to the daily chart though. I mean, they've been pretty accurate at talking about pullbacks here. They haven't been massive pullbacks, but with how fast Bitcoin's been going, you know, I would still expect us to have something of a pullback here once we start hitting $104,000. If you want to get really aggressive here, we could try to break above $104,000 and then make our way up to the next Fibonacci level, which is right up here around 109. But each Fibonacci, we typically take a short break while we're there. This one was about a week. This one was about a week. You know, when we got close over here, this was a couple weeks, a few weeks over here. I mean, this was actually like 6 months or some shit, but you get the point. Depends on how large of a Fibonacci we're looking at, but there's so much momentum on this right now, where typically I don't get too concerned for like a very, very, very large pullback that like people may be thinking about. I don't worry about that until we start seeing the daily MACD turn over on us. So maybe it's best if I just do this, go over here. Actually, this will be fine. When that daily MACD turns over, you know, that's where you start to get a little bit more worried. Now, of course, here you can see it wasn't too bad. Here it wasn't too bad. Here wasn't totally bad, right? Because the weekly's okay, plus we have some Trump stuff going on. But, you know, once that weekly comes down, that typically represents a little bit of a worse time for us. Just, you know, it's not like we crashed or anything, but we did go from like, you know, 64,000 all the way down here to like 49. It was pretty freaking drastic. Pretty freaking drastic. Why is my YouTube app keep crashing on me? Why? Every time I try to read your messages, it keeps on saying, oh, snap, something broke. Straight to $250,000. That'd be nice right there. This is multiple whales moving at this point. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it like what 15 minutes ago, last few minutes as well. How there's a whale trying to push us down. And so far, they're typically effective here. I mean, they are effective at this point in time. But we just made another all-time high. I'm not really sad about it, if that makes sense. It's right there. Because 1 billion people are looking at crypto right now. I mean, is crypto even trending on X at the moment? I just had to open for Grok and I deleted it. Let me go back over here to Twitter. Explore. Browns, Lakers, Braun. What happened to Braun? Did he break his leg or something? What did Braun do? What did Braun do? Man, you do not want to be dunked on by LeBron James. That's not a good look right here. Okay, Chris Brown. What did Chris Brown do? Kai Cenat and Chris Brown just did a dance battle against each other. I wouldn't consider that a dance battle, but I mean, whatever you got to do. Kai Cenat just knows how to create some good entertainment. Let's see. Wicked. Jebb. I mean, Bitcoin's not even trending right now. Gladiator 2, Suggs, Anton. Not even trending at the moment, guys. Not even trending at the moment. It looks like AI. See, it's not AI. That's the crazy thing. That's just how crazy of a freaking guy Kai Cenat is. Right? Traders prepare for volatility with 3.4 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum options expiring today. That's also a big thing right there, Alan Time. Good point. Why would they want to push this down? Well, not every investor is long Bitcoin right now. There are some heavy people that have been shorting this for a while, you know? There are always some people that short Bitcoin along with long. And a lot of people that have been short obviously have been getting liquidated here. But yeah, I mean, there's, you know, it's also profit taking and stuff like that. But yeah, not everybody wants to see Bitcoin just go straight up. There's two sides to the market here. And again, if you think about it, we are at a crazy level of psychological resistance at $100,000, you know? So it's okay to start opening up some shorts here if you really wanted to go down that path. I'm not, of course, because, you know, I'm more of a momentum guy. My strategies don't really focus on shorting at the top or going long at the bottom. My strategies wait for us to get off the bottom or the top and notice, hey, this something has shifted here. Now let's hop on board this play and let's ride it for a little bit to take some profit. All right. But there are tons of people out there, whales included, that they're looking at this and they're saying, hey, Bitcoin's gone up a shit ton over the past couple weeks since the election. We're currently testing out $100,000. I think I should probably start opening up some shorts here, and they can wait for this sucker to come back down to like $90,000, $85,000, and then they might sell for good profit. There are lots of different traders out there. Not everybody feels like they should be longing and stuff. Of course, we wish they weren't, but obviously if they're going to do it. You've always been confused on how to do shorts. I mean, I would say it's usually easier for most investors to go long. Shorting is fine. I mean, we do shorts here every now and again, and obviously not the last few weeks, but it's not too difficult to get into. It's basically just looking at the charts in a little bit of a reverse fashion, trying to figure out, okay, instead of looking for the buy low, sell high, you're selling high and buying back low. And you have to still do some technical analysis, but instead of focusing on the bullish aspects of the chart to go into buy, you're basically looking out for those bearish signals, like a MACD turning over on the daily chart and the weekly chart, or a big level of resistance, stuff like that. It really just depends. I tried shorting this terrible mistake, man. You know, follow the momentum and you won't be disappointed, right? You just have to be patient with it. I think that patience is key right now for the longs. All right, that's enough of that cigar here. Good, great cigar. If you guys are ever looking for good cigars, go with the Padron Presidente. They might have it on Cigar Aficionado, I think. There you go. Yeah, 93 out of 100 points. Nicaragua. I wish it was 18 bucks. Fuck, I pay like 28 bucks for my Presidentes. It's fucking a crime. But yeah. Shorting leads to devious deeds to guarantee money. Big boy games, definitely big boy games. And also, one of the dangers when it comes to shorting is if you long, for example, and you spot, like you long 1%, right? Just kind of a 1% long. If Bitcoin goes to zero, right, which it won't, but it goes to zero, you're gonna lose 100% of your investment. you know, that's okay. I mean, it's not good, but you lose 100%. Whereas if you short with 1x leverage, you can lose over 100% of your investment if it keeps on going higher and higher and higher and higher. Right, so there are different ways of playing the game, right? That's why you see a lot of not swing traders. There are a lot of copy traders out there who have been like shorting this every 5,000 bucks with like 2x leverage or 3x leverage, and they're basically just waiting for a big dump, and they're going to take the profits off of those trades. It's more of a it's not the way I would trade, but again, there's different strategies out there. People have figured out their way of trading over the years. I have my strategy. I think it's fairly good, but it really just depends, right? Like let me go over here to weeks very fast. They got a copy trading. I think this is a relatively new copy trading platform too. So, trying to think. Right? This guy has a bunch of 200x shorts on Ethereum. Have these been sold? These were already closed. Okay, these were already closed. 200x short is fucking insane for a poor copy trader. So many of his followers are probably liquidated right there. Active elite trades, no active followers. At least his people have been making some money with him so far. That's good. Copy trading can be kind of risky, but so he's made money 206 times. He's lost 41 times, 3 weeks. He hasn't traded, it looks like, in a minute here, but that's fine. History. What do his losses look like, I should say? Down 200%, lost 100%. I wouldn't say it's oh shit. See, I mean, then you get caught up in these moments, right? Well, damn. I mean, how many of you guys want to lose 800% of your original investment? Right? I mean, that's the issue. But damn, he shorted 9/11 and he had to buy them back in a hurry in 9/13. What happened with Ethereum at that time? 9/11. Shorted. What the fuck made him short right here? Yeah, the MACD had just turned green. What the heck was going on in his mind? Stochastic was pulling back up. RSI was pulling back up. I am very confused on why he shorted right there. But anyway, you know, you can try to back test some people and see how they do it. But I mean, some people have been making money off his plays. But I mean, like, damn, up 100%. That's not bad. So when he wins, he wins. When he loses, he loses. But I mean, again, if you have a small portfolio, you might have lost your entire portfolio before he started making you some good money, right? I mean, damn. Yeah, that's down 949%. Multiple trades down almost 1,000%. Yeah, that's that's wild. Just so you guys can see, if you guys zoom out a little bit, we're still fine. We're still at a really good level of resistance. We're still trying to break out above 100,000 bucks. It may happen later on the day. I know we pulled this out maybe once a stream, but if you guys look at the 15-minute chart, there is an indicator out there called market sessions. It'll show you the different time zones out there. New York time zone has been very bullish lately. Not bullish, but it's been very volatile as of late. Same with the Tokyo one. Right now in Tokyo, London is kicking up right now. We might not see a big move up until the New York time starts, which happens to be around 5 o'clock in the morning. Right, usually the New York time, not always, but the New York time has been pretty volatile, not crazy, but volatile, and volatile. So we might have to just wait a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how this kicks off, but I would expect sometime in the next 24 hours we are going to be able to break above all-time highs again, which we just did actually in a few minutes ago, and hopefully have a move above $100,000. Boom, there we go. Right now we're just chilling, it looks like. But we may go back into consolidation mode. I never remember dreams, but this one felt real. Maybe shrooms. And hey, Digital K, happy to see you, my man. Let's see. A lot of people having dreams about XRP. I mean, honestly, with a lot of things, even like XRP, because XRP is going to have regulatory help here pretty soon, right? It's better just to dollar cost average into that sucker like we just did a few days ago and just let it ride. I mean, it's going to make you some money if you just buy and hold, because the government isn't going to be against XRP, right? Like, I think people forget exactly what XRP is. Let me pull up ChatGPT to give you guys a child example of XRP. Like, explain the XRP Ripple company like I am new to finance. What is it and what do they do and why does Gary Gensler hate them? I'll read it here for you guys so we can kind of keep track of Bitcoin. So Ripple is a technology company. Oops, it kept on going down. Ripple is a technology company that developed the XRP Ledger, a decentralized blockchain platform, and its native cryptocurrency XRP. Founded in 2012 by David Schwartz, Jebb McCabe, and Arthur Brito, Ripple aims to facilitate fast, low-cost international money transfers in financial institutions, for financial institutions. Ripple's primary product, RippleNet, enables banks and payment providers to process cross-border payments efficiently by using, big thing right there, cross-border payments. By using XRP as a bridge currency, transactions can be settled in seconds, reducing the time and cost associated with traditional banking systems. Gary Gensler, the chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, has been critical of Ripple, leading to legal challenges. In December 2020, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple Labs, alleging that XRP was sold as an unregistered security, violating federal securities laws. This lawsuit has been a significant point of contention between Ripple and the SEC. Right? The legal battle has impacted Ripple's operations and XRP's market performance. However, most recent developments, including Gensler's announcement of resignation effective January 20th, 2024, has led to January 20th, 2024, I think that it means January 20th, 2025, has led to speculation about potential regulatory changes that could affect Ripple and the broader cryptocurrency industry. Right? So, what's the deeper reasoning behind Gary not liking it? Like, who on is? So I basically told it to like figure out like who is going against Ripple, who is pushing Gary Gensler to do this type of stuff. Let's see. See, it's trying to protect him. gave me the same answer 4 times until I said stop ignoring my question. So it says basically it'd be traditional financial institutions. Banks and payment processors could see Ripple and XRP as direct competitors. Ripple's technology threatens their dominance in the international money transfer space by offering faster and cheaper alternatives. Slowing Ripple's progress could help these institutions maintain their market share. I think that's pretty much what it is. And also the SWIFT network that America has, it's kind of in America's interest to stop XRP for the short term. But let me do this very fast. So okay. I asked, does he have any deep connections with traditional institutions, right? And it says Gary Gensler has extensive experience in traditional financial institutions, notably his 18-year tenure at Goldman Sachs. There you go. Has there been any news about Goldman Sachs not liking XRP? What? So Goldman Sachs, they did try to do a crypto company, but they spun it off. It was the company that was spun off. Let's see. So we see Bitcoin taking a dip right now. We've seen a few dips over the last few hours, but this is the Goldman Sachs blockchain platform that they're spinning off here. So GS Goldman Sachs DApp, the foundation for the future of financial services, end-to-end workflows to digitize and manage assets in real time across their life cycle. So basically Goldman Sachs is working on their own XRP. It would be beneficial to have XRP be slowed down, right? Let's see. Recent highlights. I don't see, I mean, this is all back in 2023, so not much actually there. CNBC. Interesting. It's a video though. Old, but yeah. So he may just be doing some help when it comes to helping out his old pals at Goldman Sachs. VeChain, it's something I've dollar cost averaged into, but I haven't really enjoyed day trading or swing trading as of late. Ask ChatGPT about the XRP. Yeah, I mean, there's different ways to view Gary Gensler. I don't think as a whole he's been a terrible SEC chair. I just think when it comes to cryptocurrency, he's been very one-sided. And yeah, I haven't found him as a, I haven't really liked him all too much, yeah. But you know, there's no proof of anything, you know, right? You wish Robin had more crypto? They would have more crypto, but Gary Gensler kind of scared them off a little bit, right? But with him leaving, you know, since Trump won, what's been happening? You know, they've been adding a little bit more. Not a lot, but a little bit more. And I think they will continue to add more. Remember, back in the day, they had Dogecoin on Robinhood when it had like a $200 million market cap. It was freaking tiny. Hey, Michael, I do not know anything about Natick. Sorry. Hey, Brutal Brainwash. Gary Gensler taught classes on crypto at MIT. Yeah, I've seen some of his lectures. Yeah. Remember, guys, once you get into office and you hold some power, this isn't just a Gary Gensler thing. Let's not forget this. It's not just a Gary Gensler thing. Once you get in there, you owe favors. You want to help other people out that have helped you in the past. It's called a swamp, right? It's not like, remember, when you guys have a politician in your life, right? Like, let's say you go to a rally for maybe your local House representative that goes off to DC, right? You meet them, you ask them questions about what they want to do, how they want to help your community, and what they're going to try to do out in Washington that can help you get you funds back in your home state that can be allocated to you, etc., etc., right? They, like, when you vote for them, you think they're going to help you out a lot. And I think they go to DC with good intentions, right? I think they do. It feels like over time, though, the swamp kind of swallows them up, right? And this is not a Democratic issue. This is not a Republican issue. This is what you might call an establishment issue. And I think that's why people have been feeling that, hey, we should have term limits because they're not going to be absorbed by the swamp. There's going to be something different there, right? And I think the best way to have term limits, honestly, is I know the federal government isn't going to do it themselves because they want to stay there for a long time. It's a very cushy job, right? And you can be there for decades or you can be there just for a few years, right? Depending on how the elections work out. I feel like states should take it upon themselves, if possible, to create term limits for their representatives. So I'm in Washington State. I'll just use that as an example. Washington State should say that, hey, our representatives can only be there for a total of 2 or 3 terms, right? I don't think Washington is necessarily going to do that because if our representatives are only there for a few years, that means they might not have an opportunity to become speaker, or they might not have the ability to gain power by being there for a long period of time, right? So there's a bunch of ups and downs with this. It's a very complicated subject. I'm no political scientist, of course. But, you know, special interest and all that type of stuff, it does have some power. You know, I mean, again, I don't know the real answer to all this, but I do think representatives, when they're first sent off to Washington, I know they owe favors from people who gave them campaign donations and stuff like that, sure. But I do believe they go in there most of the time with good intentions. But the longer they're there, the more they're like, you know, the lofty goals they had when they got sent over, they kind of just get forgotten slowly, you know? And that's unfortunate. But I think that's why you see some senators and House members, if they have, if they're from a state that doesn't really, or a district that doesn't usually have as many people, I think it's much easier for them to be held accountable because they go back in town and they know everybody, right? They know like all 500 people in the district, all few thousand. They go to those meetings, they talk with them, the people and stuff like that. Whereas again, if you're like a senator for Washington State, I mean, you're not like Patty Murray. I like Patty Murray, but I know she's not going to be listening at all to the people on the eastern side of the state, right? It's just a completely different thing. Okay, Loki, I'll give you a treat. I know you've been a good boy so far. You have been a very good boy today. Hey. Gary Gensler announced he stepped down today. Yeah, he's not stepping down. I mean, he announced it, but he's not stepping down until January 20th of 2025. Basically, I believe that's one day or the day that Donald Trump is going to be inaugurated. I'm curious to see what happens that day. Are we going to have protests, riots? What's going to happen? I believe we had some rioting back in 2016. I don't think it was crazy. I know we had rioting on January 6th. Yeah, that was the date. So, I mean, we're used to seeing some violence around that time. It's just kind of the American way these days, it feels like, right? But we'll have to see. There's still some buying activity when it comes to Bitcoin now, which is good. I mean, but again, if at the end of the day, if you zoom out, Bitcoin is at $99,000. We're fine, right? Let me go back over here very fast. And just pull this. Okay, there we are. Yeah, but not too bad. But okay, buddy, I think I'm going to end the stream right now. So the comments have calmed down quite a bit. I think you guys are all probably tired just like I am. I'll be back live tomorrow for another few hour stream. Bitcoin continues to climb. I think we're perfectly fine right now. But just relax, watch the markets. I'm actually pretty curious to see what altcoins are going to be doing right now. What I'm doing today and tomorrow is I'm just loading up more on altcoins here. Because altcoins haven't been running up with Bitcoin over the last 24, 48 hours. I feel like I just need to buy a little bit more, because when altcoins do make their next run here, I think we're going to be in a very good spot to make some short-term profits here, right? So good night, Scome. I appreciate you joining the Ruby level, my man. Velorat, it won't be for like a month or two, but I'll have to hit you up for sure, especially because I trust your judgment as far as them overcharging for the different stuff. I'll have to rely on you for some help here. I'll basically just have to hey, I'm looking for this. You'll say stuff to me. I will have no idea what you're talking about, but I will pretend like I do. And then, I'll just ask you questions. That's probably the best way to do it. And I'll buy you a nice cigar, for the help. And then I'll try to buy some products down the road, and we can try to put it together, and see how that works out. So I appreciate it, Villarap. Every time nerves on needles on my crypto positions, you're there to calm me down. The big thanks. Oh, no worries, guys. I appreciate your time. Do I got a Discord? No, I mean, I've had Discords in the past. There's just too many spammers. Even freaking Telegram has so many spammers. I just fucking hate spammers. Like this year, I know there's people that have been trying to use my good name to say, hey, I have this cool new token. You want to invest a couple $1,000 into it? Fucking sucks, dude. So I try to stay away from that type of stuff for now. I'm hoping that I can make a group, like a Discord group with other YouTubers maybe, or a Telegram group with other YouTubers, and see how that works out. But it always seems like YouTube and X are the best way for me to share my thoughts out there. I will be making a Reddit a Reddit account here pretty soon. Well, I've made it, but I have to make a community and all this other type of stuff here over time. I have to get some certain levels of karma. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching. And Crypto Face is live if you want to listen to him, or